we have another person coming into the neighborhood to talk about theater, one of our favorite folks, someone I've known for probably 25, 30 years, in and out of the neighborhood. She is and has been for so long the critic for high drama. We're letting her on a little early. I hope that's not a bad thing. She's not supposed to be on until 11, but she's here, and we're going to make the best of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, won't you please welcome to the neighborhood the delightful, and I love the hat. You know, you're wearing a hat. I'm going to wear a hat. Hold on. We have this special just for the Tonys. Hold on. There we go. Now we're talking.
I'm setting up right now because in my panic that you were getting to me so soon, and I was just got off the phone with someone, so I'm like,
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I should have waited till 11, but I saw you've been waiting for like 5-10 minutes. I thought
well, no, because after what happened to Ed, I wanted to be sure that I was, all set up properly.
So since you're here and you've been watching the show, which is that's kind of rare for the guests that they've actually been watching the program, is there anything anybody has said that you 100% disagree with, or something? Tell me. Ooh,
first of all, I have to do my little shtick. I mean, the reason I'm wearing a hat. It's called a bowler hat.
Yeah.
In honor of Sondheim.
Right.
Which is, by the way, my favorite Sondheim song ever. It is the most brilliant song. It tells the entire story in that one song.
From Pacific Overtures, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now I'm ready to talk. I'm all set up.
Well, first of all, let's remind people they can not read her. Well, actually, you write your reviews out too.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitter. So so you can get a more full review on Facebook because, with time constraint on television, we have to do a truncated version.
And speaking of television, you can watch high drama on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, MNN.org. There it streams live, but you also you save the episodes, and people can watch those on Facebook.
Well, also more important, it's on YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
We have over 100 subscribers now.
Yeah, the High Drama channel. Now let's have some dramatic.
No. It's called Eva Heinemann.
I'm sorry, Eva Heinemann. Yeah, you got it.
Another thing is, don't get confused. I actually am named after an anime character called Eva Heinemann, spelled the same way from Monster. So I am not a cartoon. I might act like a cartoon, but no, you go to Eva Heinemann, High Drama, and you'll find all of our shows going way back.
Way back. It's true. So if you Google Eva Heinemann, the first 100 things that come up are some Japanese anime character. Yeah. It's like, no, look for this girl right here.
And not only do we do the show, sometimes our interviews are like really long, or press conferences. So we have the full interview, full press conference. Sometimes like shows close before you get a chance to talk about them. So we put those reviews separately on. So there's a lot going on the YouTube, on the Facebook, MNN, and they show MNN like 3 times sometimes. They like my show so much, they show it every Saturday at 1:30 and sometimes Sunday morning.
Oh, yay. Well, that's fantastic. Now, Eva,
all of a sudden I'm looking, I'm like, oh, they're doing my show again on television. Oh, how nice.
Well, it's really nice that you're with us at 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time here in the neighborhood for the 17th annual Total Theater Broadway Tony Show on Dave's Gone By. So
we've done this so often together. Used to do them once. We did it in the middle of the Grand Central Station, behind stage, and like where the garbage cans were, or backstage somewhere. We have done the show in weird places.
And now, everybody just puts a phone up wherever, and it's like, here's a show. But you're going to be talking about several shows because your category is featured actress in a play. And here are the nominees: Uzo Aduba from Clyde's, Rachel Dratch, who's in the comedy POTUS, Truly White is also in POTUS, Kenita R. Miller is in For Color Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough, Felicia Rashad is in Skeleton Crew, or was in, and Cara Young in the show Clyde's. Your thoughts on who will win, who should win, anybody left out of the category? Eva Heinemann, go.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I made a cheat sheet for myself.
Yes, absolutely.
So I would, first of all, both Julie White was a Tony winner in 2007 for Little Dog Laugh. Felicia Rashad was a Tony winner in 2004 with A Raisin in the Sun, where she tied with Viola Davis in Intimate Apparel, which is now getting quite the run right now with
as a musical,
Yeah.
it will be
So I
on
thought
Broadway
that
next year.
that was interesting. And Carrie Young just won the Theater World Award, and Uzo Aduba just won the Outer Critics Circle Award. Rachel Dratch is just this comedian, and like someone else said, people never pay attention. Comedians are really the hardest thing to do because you either have it or you don't. Anyone can make you cry. A song can make you cry. I mean, a puppy can make you cry. Like making people laugh, that's hard. And then Kenita R. Miller, she's done so much theater. She's paid her dues. She's well respected, and she's a friend of mine. So I mean, I'm obviously going to root for Kenita R. Miller. Will she win? I don't think so, but I'd love it if she did. I would be the first one to jump up. I think Uzo Aduba, she might win because she's got the momentum of the Outer Critics Circles Award. I know she was Drama Desk nominated, although I said that dreadful word, which is like a 4-letter word to me. I hate the Drama Desk with a passion. I'm not going to swear like Ed did. But
you could, but you can ask you in 50 words or less, you might as well. Can you say why you hate? I mean, it's a personal thing with some of the people there, or just being part of it. Or...
They kick me out. They kick me out. The only person who actually does go to off Broadway and Broadway, the only person who really is a Drama Desk voter, and they gave the stupidest reasons, like really ridiculous, and they were just out to get me. It was just complete evilness on their part. I will never forgive them. I mean, I don't care. Every Yom Kippur, Kol Nidre, they're the last holdout. I just will not forgive them ever. I still have revenge fantasies about them. I mean, I have made peace with all the other people that I thought I would hate forever. Now people have, I don't know. It's just weird.
But you are a member of the Outer Critics Circle, right?
Oh yes, I'm at Outer Critics Circle, League of Professional Theater Women, American Theater Critics Association. I mean, I am a very well-respected person. But
you are, and I want to ask you about this because you are someone who, for years, you're not someone who just sees all the Broadway shows, or only, or the major opera. You go like 6-7 times a week for 3 more decades to every show, everything all over the place, which is magnificent. So, what was it like for you during that year and a half when there was nothing, and then starting up again when, theater's back? What was it profound?
Well, here's the thing. You might say nothing, but as a theater goer, I found theater. I was on my computer seeing 3 or 4 plays a day. I mean, I think I saw more plays during COVID because it was nice because I didn't have to leave my seat and I could like run and go to the bathroom. I could eat. I could it spoiled me actually. I actually now hate having to rush to the theater and try to get there on time and having to sit next to people.
I know.
I hate people. Of humanity. I'm sorry. I'm a curmudgeon. I have turned into a crotchety old lady and proud of it.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've been like that for 35 years, but you were always a people person. Now you're like, oh, yeah. But I feel like when I watched months ago, Diana, one of the musicals that's not really nominated for anything, but was there this season. But my wife and I watched it on YouTube. On Netflix, and I was like, I didn't feel like if I could have seen it. Not that I hated it. I wasn't one way or the other about Diana. It was just kind of there. But I was like, you know what? I didn't have to schlep on the railroad. I didn't have to try and run back to the train after the show. It wasn't too loud. I'm watching it on TV. We're taking a break. We're having some food, and we're gonna watch Act 2. And it was like, kind of like doing that. I hate to say, not that, but it's also been meaningful to go back into a theater.
Oh yeah, it's also very intimate because they're looking at you. You're looking right into their eyes. But no, every time I go back to something that I haven't been to yet, like a theater that I used to go to all the time, like the first one I think was Dixon Place, I cry. I just flat out cry. I'm so happy to be there. I mean, when I got to go to Toft again, I cried. I was so happy. Of course, this horrible librarian ruined it for me. He yelled at me for laughing. I'm like, it's funny. I can't help it. I can't stop laughing.
Did they talk? Where was this?
The theater on film and tape. I love theater on film and tape. It is my favorite thing to do. I mean, you know, during award season, I go back and see things, and it's just the most special place in the world. If you think Disneyland is, to me, it's TOF. I love TOF. And this has nothing against TOF. I love TOF. I worship TOF. I'm not worried. I'm just yelling at this one librarian who is just the meanest MFer in the world. I'm mad at the librarian, not TOF.
I want to forgive her on Yom Kippur either. But you know, we did have Betty Corwin on the show before she died.
Oh,
years
God
ago.
bless her.
She founded that.
I know. And she also founded a League of Professional Theater Women too.
Wow.
We love our Betty Corwin. And speaking of TOF, no, this is a good segue now, because you want to ask me what I love this year. And I actually love this show so much. I wanted to pay TOF to produce it. So I wanted to have this preserved forever. It was that special to me. But you know, it cost like about $10,000 or more to do TOF. Wow. I was shocked. But yes, okay. So as I said, it was American Theater Critics Association, and we were at this luncheon at Sardi's, and Will Eno was there talking about his latest project, which was going to be Gnit, G-N-I-T, which was his take on Peer Gynt. Right. And Peer Gynt just happens to be an all-time favorite play. Whenever anyone does Peer Gynt, in whatever form it takes, I am there, because it's like sometimes merrily we roll along. It's like this puzzle, like, can someone solve why this isn't working? It's brilliant, but something's always off. And he figured it out. It was the most brilliant version of Peer Gynt I have ever seen. Everything about it was perfect. I loved it. Will Eno is a genius. If it's done regionally, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully this is all over the world. Hopefully they'll produce. If you want to do Peer Gynt properly, find Will Eno's G-N-I-T, Gnit, and do it.
Well, wait. Where did you see it? He was talking about it. You said, where'd you see it? Where was it done?
Oh, it was a theater for a new audience in Brooklyn.
Yeah, okay.
You know, the Jeremy Horowitz, company. It's right by BAM. I don't know why people don't go more. And BAM did the worst thing I have ever, the most egregious. You say we are allowed to swear?
Yes, you are. Go.
Oh my God. Because I even said when I did the review, I said, I'm swearing right now. I mean, I just lost it. Cyrano de Bergerac is my it was my directing project in college. I love Cyrano so much. This version they had, not only did he not have a nose, but at least they talked about the nose. But you know the story of Cyrano de Bergerac, right? You know, Christian, beautiful, he's with the nose, ugly, low self-esteem on both their parts. Anyway, in the battle scene, what happens, instead of them like fighting over Roxanne, they have a passionate kiss.
Wait, the two guys or him and
yes?
Okay, all right. And
Roxanne is turned into an alcoholic slut who is the kept woman of De Guiche, which is just the opposite of what a character is. And you know, they even took away his last line. Instead of saying, they can't take away my panache or my plume or any of that, no, he goes, so the last words of a hero.
Wow.
Oh God, I think everyone involved in that should, I can't even say shot anymore because of the gun violence, but my God, I hated them.
Was that the one with Peter Dinklage, or was that a different?
No. Peter Dinklage is another terrible one, because I'm like, okay, so you're a dwarf, big deal. You're the most handsomest dwarf. I mean, I would fuck you in a second. Come on. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
No, that was just stupid. It was bad music. But no, anyway, but I don't know how much time I have left, but I want to talk about some other stuff too, because
let's give you 2 more minutes just because you're Eva Heinemann and this is fantastic. So yes, what else do you want to talk about?
Okay, because some other shows I like that other people would not know about, because like you say, people don't go off Broadway and they don't notice things like I do. Right. There was this play called The Antelope Party that was done at the Wild Project with Will Rowland was in it, and it was about these people who were this lovely little group that loved, My Little Pony, and they dress up and do cosplay, and then it turns this ugly like cult thing with going after people. It was just like reverse rhinoceros. It was scary as heck. It was brilliant. And Red Bull's The Alchemist, I mean, that was so good. And
I saw that streamed, actually. That was fun. Yeah,
and Bedlam's Persuasion and Wolf Play, which was a wonderful take on, you adopt a kid. It was like the existence of God, where, you have a kid and it gets taken away from you. That was cleverly done with the puppet. And Douglas Carter Bean's Fairy Cakes was just a delight. There was this wonderful pantomime with Dick Rivington and the cat. And I happen to like the musical The Visitor very much. And there's wonderful theaters.
Well, that was David Hyde Pierce. Was that the one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And some shows you should go to, some companies. You should see the Scene Place, Metropolitan Playhouse, Irish Rec, New York Theater, Pershing Square, Signature Centers, Watering Hole. When they opened up the theater, you got to go to, it's like they christened the theater before the season started. You got to go to all the different stages and be on the stage, and they did a little thing. And I have to mention one more thing because it's really, really important. This is why I have a cheat sheet. One of my other favorite plays, because, in all this representation, is you got, the Blacks and the Asians and everyone else. But nobody brings up the Jews. We're not part of diversity or representation. In fact, they take away parts from us. They always make sure when they do colorblind casting to go not for the white actor, but for the Jewish part and take it away. They're trying to erase this. That's why I love Prayer for the French Republic, a real Jewish play that got critical acclaim. It's getting awards from the outer critics and that which we shall not name. And I just love that play. And coming back in June, I think at the Cherry Lane, is this comedian, Alex Edelman, Just for Us, who is this Jewish comic. And it just tells the funniest story of how he infiltrates this anti-Semitic group and pretends not to be Jewish. And when it's just brilliant. It's so funny.
Oh boy. Well, this is great, because this is why we have these people on the show, because you're not just looking backward at the season, but giving us reason to be like, oh, this is coming in June. Go see that, and this will be happening. And all these theater companies, not just on Broadway, but all over New York, reasons to go see them, reasons to be like, they're doing work. Maybe this individual play won't be your favorite, but they're doing good work. And Eva, you've been doing good work by having high drama, both on Manhattan Neighborhood Network and now, of course, on YouTube and Facebook as well. Everybody go see it. And remember, it's high, like high with an exclamation point, drama, for theater reviews. You've been doing it week after week for so many years, and I hope you keep doing it for decades hence. Eva Heinemann, good Shabbos to you, and thank you so much for being with us in the neighborhood on our special show.
It was a pleasure as always. Now let's go and eat some cheesecake.
Yes, why not? And well, I've got some more show to do, but afternoon I will do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Eva Heinemann in the neighborhood.